right. Just a friendly reminder before we jump in. Obviously, this is strictly for informational purposes as my goal here, and the company is not to provide legal tax advice, but obviously to enlighten and inform everybody of the ever-changing tax that we experience across the United States and across every single state as well as jurisdictions, both regarding sales as well as consumer use tax. This is Avalara's Safe Harbor Act. If you can just quickly, obviously, take a moment here to just review this. And now to get into the fun. All right. So it's important here to understand. Okay, skip too many slides here. All right, here we go. Sorry, I got too click happy. All right, so let's quickly take a look for those of you that may not know about Avalara and how and why we exist today, right? So Avalara here, we were born in the cloud. We were founded in 2004. And our goal here was to provide automation. So to take a complex world of tax and embed it to facilitate inside of customers like yourselves, ERP systems, to help facilitate the ever-changing tax complexities, not only inside of the United States, but as you can see globally. Okay, so a little bit more of some statistics here. When we talk about Avalara, it is an entire compliance suite. So not only can we assist you from calculations and tax calculations, but we also can facilitate and assist you with exempt certificates. Okay, as you can see right here, we, meaning Avalara, have more than 51 million documents. Okay, managed by Avalara in 2024 just by itself. Furthermore, you can see here, we have over 1,400 partner integrations. So you name it, we can connect to it. If we don't have a pre-built integration, that doesn't mean we cannot connect because we are built on an open API platform because we were founded and continue to be inside of the cloud. This here always is mind-boggling because we provide tax determination back in milliseconds. Okay, and so when you look at that number, there's nearly 50 billion AvaTax API calls made by customers just in 2024. So what does that show you? That shows you that how our infrastructure is built. We exist in all servers, okay, in all the warehouses. If there's any issues in downtime, our traffic gets automatically routed. So why is this all important? Because without the tax solution, risk is on the table. And we can't have that down. We can't impact our customers. We're here to provide tax accurately. We're here to assist you with documentation to provide when and if you're audited. And also, when you look at this here, processing of returns, once again, 6 million returns in 2024. There is no downtime in our infrastructure because our goal to you guys is we are embedded in your solutions to help reduce risk, increase compliance, and everything for Avalara is actually audit defensible. Now, last but not least, you can see the number of customers that we serve, and this is globally. Okay, so we are a global solution here for you guys to focus and know that there's accuracy in multiple areas of multiple transactions. And before I even take a step further, I want to pause here and have you guys think of the analogy. Think of Avalara as the center of a Ferris wheel, and anywhere and in which inside of your workflow where you may need tax determination, that is where Avalara can play. So no matter how many different workflows you have, how many different solutions you have this capability to be an automated, increased agentic platform. As we continue along, the world of tax is not getting any easier. It continues to get harder and harder and harder. Okay. And now the best thing to think about is it's no longer just a tax team problem. I was a previous tax accountant, so that was always an area. It's the tax team's problem. No, Unfortunately, now it is an entire financial operational problem when things start to go south. Now, why might they go south? Well, as you can see right here, right? Managing growth. I talk to customers day in and day out, and that is one of the things that is troublesome for them is managing growth. They can't keep up with the ever demand because they have to focus on operational growth. The other thing, digitizing of accounting, live reporting, artificial intelligence, machine learning, okay? We are the automated solution. We are a tool that fits inside of your accounting platform or any ERP, e-commerce platform out there to facilitate the ever world of complexity in a simplified manner, knowing that we have the content, we have the legislation, we know how to get it right. Now it allows for you guys to have your workflows be derived in a more efficient manner, still getting to the end result. What happens when there's changing regulations? Okay, what happens when there's the government action? People are coming to us more and more and more and more because of not only just economic nexus, but now there's a lot more physical presence in states. We have to account for 1099 folks. We have to account for W-2 folks that may be out in the field. Anytime you're out in a field, anytime you're allowing for sales to take place, we have to be mindful of this. But this is something that as a business, it's very easy to lose sight of. But with Avalara, when you tell us the states that you're registered in, if you have questions about have I hit that nexus obligation, whether it's both physical or economic, that's where we have tools put into play inside of the Avalara portfolio to assist you for whatever the reasons might be. Okay. Now, when we look at this, okay, what's important here to understand is around how does technology help you here? Okay, why is Avalara important? Well, a lot of the ERP systems are built to only accommodate a certain portion of a business, right? Inside a lot of ERPs, there are things called, they have native sales tax functionality. That's great, but it's very limited, okay? A lot of solutions that I speak to today do not have embedded exempt certificate management capability. More importantly, we have to factor in consumer use tax. We have to look at the entire architecture of a business. A business doesn't exist without customers. Well, a business also doesn't exist without their vendors. And when they're purchasing things and potentially reselling them and or drop shipping them, all of these are triggers that go into the world of tax. Okay. I am passionate about tax. I am a unique breed of tax. And that's my goal here is to let you guys know, not only is it inside the US, but as you could see here, when we have cross-border implications, okay, more and more of the countries, we have to think about electronic submission, okay, and live reporting. These are all things that the mandates are continuously changing on. So how do we keep up with a solution that can handle that? And that's Avalara. Now, when we further take a look into this, okay, what are the different types of products and services? This here is when we are looking at the core solution of Avalara. There's a bigger footprint, but at the core, that is what we're going to be focusing in on. And that's the goal of today's presentation. What is that core? Well, we're here to help you with calculating every single line of tax on a quote, on an order, on an invoice. But more importantly, right? What about on the purchasing side? If we tackle the sales side, we can't leave the purchasing side left open. And that's where we have to look at, okay, well, our purchases with our customers. Did our vendors charge us the right tax? Did they not charge us the right tax? Okay, so did they underestimate? Did they not charge tax at all? Okay, we have to account for all of that. What is your engagement with your customers? Did you send them exempt certificates? Did your customers send you exempt certificates? And last but not least, you have to be able to compile all that data to understand what exactly is due this month, this quarter, this year on the returns. And that is a lot of upkeep to do, so push it to Avalara. As we take a look here, This is the goal of what Avalara can bring, and specifically inside of the Sage portfolio. As we exist out there, there's a world of over 1,400 integrations, and we are happy to assist with any further demonstrations or anything like that with tax. But take this as a takeaway. What is the goal we could bring to you? Okay, we integrate seamlessly. We help drive efficiencies because you're not having to go back and continuously guess and continuously modify anytime there's changes, when there's rate changes, when there's mandates, legislative mandates, okay? These can occur every month. These could occur mid-month. These could occur at the end of the year. If you're not on top of it, you are either overcharging your customers, overpaying a state, undercharging your customers, underpaying a state. This helps you to stay compliant. It helps to reduce risk. And last but not least, it's scalable. As your business grows on an ERP solution, Avalara is here to grow along with you. Now, I just wanted to take a quick look, very high level, inside of Sage. Okay, this is the Sage Intacct platform specifically, but we do integrate with Sage 100, Sage 300, Sage 50, X3. This one specifically is Intacct because obviously of the direction and the automation. So how do we integrate today? Well, we integrate at the quote, at the order, at the invoice level inside of order entry. But not only that, there has been a push out now of the purchasing side inside of Sage Intacct. So when you guys put in your payables, you will be notified and understand exactly how much did that vendor charge you the correct amount. Did they undercharge you? Did they overcharge you? Okay. If they undercharge you, it's an accrual, an additional amount that has to be accrued for on your returns. And that is all flowing into Avalara on the back end. Okay. I just wanted to high level take a quick look here at the end goal of an actual invoice to show you the column of tax, and then I will pass it right back over to Amy. When we go ahead and look at this, this is the power upon setup of Avalara, but we will, at every single line level, we will determine a quote, an order, sales order, and an invoice, but we have tax. As you can see here, I've gone ahead and showed you and built out an actual widget, okay, a part that you sell, as well as software as a service. Over here is that embedded rate, that is that call to Avalara, and then Avalara will tell you the tax by line item, by ship to, and down below here is the actual breakout based on the rate, okay? You can further drill in, but you will see by jurisdiction the actual tax amounts, and that is what is going to be pushed into Avalara for tax reporting purposes. And last but not least, what is to come with Sage Intacct specifically is on the exempt certificates, okay? That is on the portfolio plan and roadmap for that to be embedded features, but just know you would handle Avalara's exempt certificates, your customer certificates inside the Avalara portal. And inside of Avalara, you will go ahead and help review and facilitate the executions of the returns. Any further questions or things like that, please put them in the chat and post this. We can always set up further demonstrations and things like that directly with Avalara.